Welcome back to Dory Nix Talks. I'm your host, Dory Nix. I need you guys to LCS. If you don't know what that means like, comment, and subscribe. That lets me know if you guys are really liking what I'm putting out. Gives me advice on what I could work on. Give me, or what I should push more on. Follow me on Instagram at Nix Talks. Remember, I am just a 22-year-old guy talking to you guys in my car in a parking lot. So what I say, take with a grain of salt. I just want to not show off. I just want to tell you guys some of the stuff that I know and have you think on it, and then you guys make your own decisions on stocks or whatever you're going to do. So today, I want to talk about why you should invest in stocks. Number one, to me, the number one reason is every year, on average, your money loses about 2%. So, to me, for me, it's like, if your money's losing 2% a year, why not just put it into something that could grow it? Like putting in stocks, it's not a guarantee you're going to make 2% every year or every month or whatever, but it's more likely that your stock or the money that you put away will gain value over time if you put in it, in the right stocks. If you go to the right investor, or you redo the research yourself and you figure out, which one of these could I invest in that in the long term could bring me back some money, or maybe which stocks can I put some money in and it could give me back some money every year and I could just leave my money inside. So that's why I think it makes more sense, because, if one, you leave it, like say you work and you make $10 an hour and you work, 5 hours, you make $50 that day, right? If you just take that $50 and put it underneath the mattress, in a couple of years, that $50 will be worth a lot less. Well, what if you take that $50 and put it into, a stock like Coca-Cola, which is worth like $50, and let's say in a couple of years, most likely it will still be the $50 range, but you wouldn't make back a couple more dollars on it. You every year you'll make back, I believe Coca-Cola gives you about $2 a year. So say you left in there for 5 years, you make $10 back off of one stock you just put money in and just never touch. Or maybe it might go up to $100. Who knows? It could gain value, or it could keep just generating money. And what if you kept doing that over and over till you had enough money into it where the stock could buy itself every quarter or every year, and then the money just keeps flowing. Another reason for me, these are just my personal opinion on why you guys should invest. It is off reasons that it's based off why I invest, and I think the reason why I invest is a good way for other people to invest in a way. You get what I mean? So first one is 2% a year. So I'm like, in my opinion, put your money away. It grows faster than that 2%. It's possible to grow faster than that 2%, and you are able to make money back, and you can make that $50 worth more in the future. While if you leave $50 on your mattress, it's gonna be worth less in the future. Next is rainy day. For me, it's a good way to save. If you put into stocks that are really safe, that don't really move too often, or this company not gonna go anywhere anytime soon because it's such a staple, and let's say that everything about the company is great, then yeah, you could put into that company. Your money goes up. It could go down. But for me, when I invest, I use one of my accounts. I just throw my money in it, throw money in it, like a little bit of money. I put in the stocks so that it could go up or down. It's not just sitting there, but it's growing or decreasing. And then by the time, say, anything happens, you just sell off the shares, and within 2 to 3 days, you can just bring that money right back in your account. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's more, maybe it's less. I'm not sure. But At least you have it there and it's put away. The last reason is investing for the long term. And when I say long term, I mean, say you're between the ages of 20 to 35, right? And you invest for the long term. I'm talking about when you hit age like 60 or 70 or something like that, at the ages where you're old, you're retired, you like you're just, you're like, you don't need to, you don't have, like, you can't work as hard. So now when you have these stocks, you can either sell off all your shares. And now say if you've been investing since you was 20 all the way to when you're 60 and you're ready to retire, you have a lot of money just sitting there. You could just sell it and then keep it on you and just, just use it for whatever. Or you can put them all into dividends, so by the time you're old, and if you did the math right and everything, you're literally living off the dividends of the things that the younger you bought, things you bought. Like, to me, it's like, if I buy a bunch of dividend stocks now, by the time I'm 60, I can just live off that, and all the money I made through, all the earned money I made through work, I can just spend on myself, and the unearned money that I made through investments, I can just use that to live off of, and I can just do stuff like that. Or I can live off the earned money that I got from work, and then spend the unearned money in dividends, because dividends going to keep coming in as long as that company's still doing it. It's going to keep coming in. So that's another reason why I like to invest, because in the long term, you don't know how much a stock could be worth. Maybe a stock that's right now is worth $100 could be worth $5 in the future. Maybe a $5 stock right now could be worth $1,000 in the future. You never know. And so that's one thing I'm like, if you invest like that in the long term, there's a good chance that it's going to be high. The price is going to be more than what you bought it at. So you make, a good amount of gains. And then I just thought of another reason right now, which is stocks is all just assets. As long as you're not buying a stock that's dead, which is like, it's not moving, it's just staying still. It's not really paying you any dividends. It's just, it's not doing nothing. It's just decreasing, or maybe doesn't do anything. It doesn't have a high it doesn't have a high volume. It doesn't, it's none of that stuff. It's just there, and sometimes other stocks that's just decreasing. Those of us, I consider like dead stocks, like stuff that's not, doing anything. But to me, that's like, those aren't the stocks that are assets. I want to say assets, I mean like stocks that are moving, they're growing. There might be a small growth, but that's still an asset, As long as it's not costing you to have it, then it's an asset. So stuff like that, it's an asset. You can hold on, sell, it's always worth something, So that's why I think stocks are a good way to invest. And I'm out.